I first noticed it on a Tuesday morning of all days. My phone buzzed while I was pouring coffee, and her name lit up the screen. It was a simple message, almost innocent, but something about it knotted my stomach. Can we talk? It's important. I hesitated before replying. Something inside me, some quiet, stubborn voice, told me this wasn't going to be just a talk. Her name was Emily, my wife, my partner for 7 years, and the woman I thought I knew completely. We'd built a life together, or at least I thought we had. The text, vague and urgent, made me pause. I asked if she meant later, tonight. She didn't answer. Not immediately. At first, I blamed myself. Maybe I was overthinking it. Maybe I was imagining things. But then came the subtle signs, the ones you almost don't want to see but can't unsee. Missed calls, the faint smell of perfume that wasn't hers, the quiet tightening of her jaw when I asked simple questions. Work stress, she said. I'm just tired, she claimed. And I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to believe her. The breaking point came on a Saturday. I had planned a small weekend getaway. Just the two of us, a chance to step away from the hum of our city life. I'd packed a car, champagne chilled in the cooler, and drove to the cabin on the lake. When we arrived, she seemed distant, distracted. She kept checking her phone under the table, giggling quietly, pretending to type texts. Something in me froze. That little laugh wasn't meant for me. I confronted her gently, testing the waters. Emily, is everything okay? You seem far away. She looked up, eyes wide, almost startled. I'm fine, really. Just thinking. But I knew better. The intuition I had learned over years of love whispered that this wasn't thinking. She was holding something back. And then the accident, or maybe fate, revealed everything. I had left my laptop open in the living room that night. A message popped up on the corner of the screen. I can't wait to see you tonight. Missed you so much. I froze. It was from him. Her ex. The one she had promised me was long gone. The one she swore had no place in her life anymore. My hands shook. The coffee I had poured an hour ago went cold in my cup. I stared at the screen, at the words that cut deeper than any argument ever could. How long had this been going on? How long had I been living in a half-truth? I didn't confront her immediately. I watched, quietly, painfully, as the days went by. I noticed the way she subtly hit her phone when I came near, how she smiled at her texts, the tenderness in her voice when she didn't know I was listening. I felt like a ghost in my own home, haunted by a version of her I didn't recognize. Then she introduced her to me, not intentionally. At least, that's what she claimed. But there she was, standing in a cafe where Emily and I had agreed to meet. A woman radiant and calm, with eyes that carried understanding and no hint of guilt. This is Claire, Emily said, almost casually. Claire? My mind refused a connection at first. Emily hesitated, her gaze flicking between us. She helped me understand a lot of things. Her voice broke, and for the first time, I saw fear there. Not fear of me, but fear of herself. Claire had been her mirror, the person who made her see the truth she had been running from. And in that moment, everything became clear. She wasn't lying because she wanted to hurt me. She was lying because she didn't know how to stop hurting herself. I felt a mix of rage and sorrow, a bitter cocktail that I couldn't swallow cleanly. I wanted to yell, to scream, to demand an explanation, but instead I breathed. I let the tears come, unashamed. I let the betrayal, the heartbreak, the loss of the life I thought I had, wash over me in quiet waves. We didn't argue. Not that day. Emily tried to reach for my hand, but I stepped back. I needed to know the truth, Emily. I needed to know you weren't just with me out of habit or fear. Her eyes glistened, and she nodded, trembling. I wasn't. I was lost. I didn't know how to let go of him. And then Claire helped me see what I was throwing away. I realized then that love isn't just about staying. Sometimes it's about letting go, even when it destroys you. I walked away that day, not because I didn't love her, but because I had to reclaim myself from the slow erosion of doubt and betrayal. Months passed. I didn't see her again, though I thought of her often and painfully. I rebuilt my mornings with silence, my evenings with reflection. I discovered strength in the empty spaces, in the quiet moments when the world seemed unbearably heavy. And I forgave, not her, not yet, but myself, for loving so fully, for believing in a story that had already begun to fray. I forgave the version of me that stayed silent, while suspicion ate away at my trust. And in that forgiveness, I found closure. Emily moved forward with Claire. I moved forward alone, but not lonely. I moved forward wiser, steadier, and stronger than I'd ever imagined I could be. Some days, the pain still lingers, a shadow across a sunlit room. But every day, the shadow fades a little more, replaced by a quiet strength that no betrayal can take from me. Because love isn't about possession. It's about honesty, clarity, and the courage to walk away, even when your heart refuses to let go. And sometimes, letting go is the only way to truly find yourself.